the second chance to be here and to share with all of you about how languages open the world for me. To begin with, let me ask you a question. What would happen if people didn't know any languages other than their mother tongue? And so to answer this, I will tell you a true story that I myself had a chance to witness. So when I was about 5 years old, my family took this guided tour to Singapore. At that time, I didn't know how to speak any foreign languages. When we arrived at the airport, we saw a man crying desperately. The Singaporeans tried to help, but it was no use because he didn't understand a single word they were saying. Suddenly, everybody in our tour realized that he was Vietnamese, so our tour guide came over and helped him. After the tour, I kept thinking, what if I were that way? I might have been stuck there for a lifetime. I started to realize the importance of foreign languages, and I think that after listening to my story, all of you here have realized that as well. You know, your mother tongue is like a dear friend of yours, comforting you in times of need. But it can only offer a limited perspective on the world. But when you acquire other languages, a whole new universe is released, seemingly knocking down all the barriers and freeing you from the prison of a single language. You can now eagerly explore a whole new world. That was exactly how I felt when I started learning English. So when I found that motivation in myself, I just kept on learning and practicing it time after time. And languages have changed me. Now, not only did they change me, but they also opened the world for me. Can you guess what happened to me after a short period of learning English? When I was just 10 years old, my family took another trip to Singapore. But this time, I was there that languages also allow access to different types of scientific and cultural knowledge of other countries in the world. But most of all, languages have satisfied my thirst for being self-confident and being who I really am as a person. And that is why I have the courage to stand here and talk to the audience. Another aspect I would like to consider is that languages help connect and improve the world. So how does it help? For me, as a student, languages, especially English, afford me the chance to participate in a lot of speaking competitions like this one as a platform from which to communicate with others, to spread the word about defending the environment, the natural beauty, and to encourage everybody, not only people in Vietnam, but also everybody around the world, to join together to protect the wonders, to protect the environment, and to realize some of the social issues in our lives. So that was my experience in this aspect. And now I would like to tell you another story about my father that once again had made me realize how important languages are in our lives. He's a surgeon, and all his life he has always desired to devote his life to helping and saving people all around the world. And so he chose Angola, a poor country in Africa that much suffers from illness. He knew language was the key to make him get access with the people there. And thus, beside English, he also learned Portuguese, which, you know, the official language of Angola. The story about my father has made me realize that language is the door opening world connection and the solution to every problem in life, especially global matters. And as you can see, the world has been improved significantly. To summarize, throughout my speech, I would like to inspire all of you here to learn languages, not only your mother tongue, but also other languages as well, to open, connect, and improve the world. Try to study as many of them as possible, or at least try to learn English, the world language. And I strongly believe that if I can do it, then all of you here can do it. So come on, let's learn languages. The new world is waiting for it. Thank you for your attention.
Yeah, thank you. You talked about English as the world language, and you said you should learn a language, especially English. Do you think English is so popular around the world because there's something more exciting or easy to export about English compared to other languages, world languages? Or do you think it's because of history, because of colonialism, or because of an accident?
I think that it's because of the history, the civilization, because basically every language has its own beauty and it's fun in that. So, and you know, according to history, countries like England or France or USA have had a lot of colonies that they have colonized or every country around the world, and including Vietnam. So I think that that is the reason why English is becoming so popular right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have a different question from a different angle. I know that you care a lot about the environment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In just one sentence, could you inspire us to protect nature?
Okay. So all I want to say is that the environment is one of the most important factors that it affects and impacts our lives in a very positive way. And without clean environment, you cannot have a happy and healthy life. And so we should protect the environment. Thank you.
Thank you very much.